Welcome to Business Morning on Union Television. I am Onyinye Eslofo, and today we're going to be considering the topic mastering emotional intelligence. Everybody needs to understand what kind of emotions he or she has first before you're able to master the act of managing your emotions properly. And this is what we're going to be discussing today. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back from this break, we'll be delving deep into this topic. Stay with us. Welcome back. We're still discussing mastering emotional intelligence. Before we start talking about emotional intelligence, I'd like us to first understand the different kinds of people and temperaments we have. Because when you understand people and their temperaments, you would also know how to manage these type of people. So we have four temperaments, four dominant temperaments, and that is sanguine, melancholic, phlegmatic, and choleric. Within the workspace, you have people who embody these temperaments, and you have to work, cope, and live with them. So how do you ensure that you work effectively with these people without challenges or without constant disagreements, quarrels, misunderstanding? Because you need to understand their temperament so that you can work with them. Their temperaments can trigger your emotion at any time, especially when you have not mastered emotional intelligence. So first, we're going to be looking at the temperaments and how you can work with people like this and how you can manage your emotions, because in the end, it's all about you. So the first temperament we're looking at is the sanguine. So the sanguine are usually the happy people, very excited, they are sparky, they come to the whole place and everywhere is lit. They walk into the facility, they have things to say. You don't need to have something to tell them. They have a lot of things to tell you. And these people might not even pay so much attention to how you're feeling at the time. They might not even pay attention to what your face looks like. Whether or not you're interested in this conversation, they would still talk anyway. So this is their kind of temperament. And then they are very easygoing. They make friends with you. They tell you everything they know. And you may not be that kind of a person, but they keep talking to you. Even if you're trying to show them that you're not interested, they can just understand at the moment, okay, you're not interested, it's fine. But then by break or lunch, they are back to you again with stories, with things that happened. They want you to catch up on the events in the office. You're wondering, why are you telling me this thing? What do I need it for? Because it's not just your thing, right? Sanguines are people focused. They just care about you. Oh, your grandmother had this. How was the party at your house? You talked about your vacation. You talked about your brother. They are talking and talking, super talkatives. And for you who is a melancholic, you're just concerned about your space. You want to think things through. You want them to give you time to process, because melancholics are reserved people. They are quality oriented. They want to think everything you're telling them through. They need the time to understand, because they are these people. They have to probe everything to ensure that things are going the right way. So melancholics are big on due process. Follow due process. It has to be the way it is said it should be. They are not so excited about cutting corners. They are not these people that, oh, I got it, let's go. No, you got it. Okay, can we digest it? Can we understand it? Can we know what's in it? Can we eat this a hidden agenda? So what's the plan B? What if this fails? What happens? And then you're wondering, what is all of this probing for? You understand? The sanguine can be like, I give an idea, and every time Funke is saying we need to check it, we have to probe it, we have to research more. Why must she research more? Does it mean I cannot do something great in this organization? Does all the perfect thing have to come from her? It's not really about you. Funke is not about you. Funke is about the quality of the work. Funke is about making sure it is done right. Funke is thinking about possible risk and how to avert it. But when you begin to see Funke as someone who is antagonistic, someone who doesn't like you, someone who doesn't appreciate your idea, there is a challenge in the workspace. Or and then you have some Frankie in your office. Every time you get to talk to him about your life, family, work, everything you do, At the end of the weekend, you're excited to come to work on Monday so that you can download Frankie about the whole gist. And then Frank is this person that all you know about him is that he clocks in as early as 7:30 and he leaves 7:35. That is all you know about him. Every other thing is what you see him do within the facility. Even if he goes into a closed door meeting with anyone, he cannot tell you. If he goes to someone's desk to ask a question, he cannot tell you. Because why is he telling you? What's he telling you for? It's his thing. And you're like, Frank doesn't like me. Frank is too this. Frank is too suspicious. Frank is this. It's not about Frank being suspicious. It's not about Frank thinking you would hurt him. You know, sometimes people want to believe that she's hiding her things so that nobody will spoil it. Or he's hiding his things so that nobody will spoil it. They are not thinking about you spoiling it. It is just their person. They are not so good in sharing. They don't talk too much. They can decide to tell you a little, but they are not as good as you are with speaking so many things at the same time. So they need to probe things before they accept them. And they need to check the things they are saying to you. They are very concerned about you misunderstanding them. They are very concerned about their words coming out well. They want to communicate right. They want to do the right thing. They don't want you to say, oh, I thought. Meanwhile, that's not what they said. So when you have these people working with you, of course, you would have every temperament within your workspace. How do you manage them? And how do they even manage themselves, right? They need to understand their difference, their individuality, and not take things personally, because the work is most likely going to suffer when there is a gap. When someone is feeling Mr. X is trying to winch hunt me because Mr. Y does it better, or probably this person is over there saying, oh, because I'm the private person, this and this now have bond XYZ ABC group, this and this. They are forming cartels. They don't want to tell me things, and these people are not telling you because it's just something personal to them. They feel like this thing is what we're still working on, or is a big idea, is a suggestion everybody will get to know, but I'm just trying to flesh it out at the moment with someone. If I say it to you, you're by all means going to say it to everyone. I mean, everybody in the hub will know this idea before I am even done with it. That is the reason you're not there, but you feel there is now a carcass and you're left out. So how do you manage your emotions? Because it can trigger you. You probably begin to have hate, or you want to pull away from them, or you keep back information, or you start looking for ways to poke nose. You become nosy. So understanding temperaments is important. We've looked at the sanguine and the melancholic. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back from this break, we're going to be analyzing 2 more temperaments. Stay with us. Welcome back to Business Morning. We talked about 2 temperaments previously, and we talked about melancholic and sanguine. Now we're looking at Choleric. This person is target oriented, result oriented. So within the workspace, when you have a choleric working with you, this person is that colleague who is not concerned about your well-being. This is not from a malicious standpoint, but then they are too busy with work. They want to see the work progress. They want to see the work move forward. They want results. So at the end of the day, what are we getting? At the end of the day, what are we headed? At the end of the day, this is the target and we have to get it. So they're just concerned about the work. They are not about, I did this, I did it. They are super energetic. They are thinking obstacles. If you're getting in the way, they are pushing you away. Right? Because you cannot stop the work from moving for them. So you who is a phlegmatic, who understands routine, you're not so concerned about disruption. You believe that A, B, C is the way it should go, and not someone who thinks it can be A, Z, Y, E, F, G. You understand? So if your routine is being tampered with, it's not something that you would take lightly. You feel like, I have a pattern of doing things and that is how it should go. And this choleric is telling you it mustn't go that way. It can go other ways and we would make it work. We have a target at the end of the day. We are going to try everything possible to get it done. Now, your routine might make you uneasy and not open to accepting this thing. You feel there's pressure. Oh, this person likes working under so much pressure. This person doesn't even listen. This person is just looking for ways of doing things too swift. You're too fast. Can you just slow down? Life is not that serious. And this person is saying you're too slow. You don't even think ideas through. You're not proactive. I can't work with your energy at the time. We need this energy for the job. We need to get it done. We need to be at point A and point B. We need to push for that. And you're wondering why. Why am I working with this daft person, or this person that is too rigid? This person that just thinks about work. How about me? Do you care about how I am feeling? So, because the phlegmatic is this person that is service oriented. Do you care about how I am feeling? Do you care about what the work is going to look like when everybody is burning out? This person is just thinking what the glory would be at the end of the day. And you have these people working together. Now, if they don't understand themselves, there's going to be conflict at almost every point in time, because this person is trying to make you understand that this is not how it should be. The other person is saying, we don't have time. Even when this person is saying, we still have time, this person is still saying, let's get it done and out of the way. So everybody is important within the workspace. You need everybody. All the temperaments are needed. Nobody is better than anybody. No temperament is bigger than the other. So this is just like a summary of what these temperaments imply within the workspace. So when we're talking about mastering emotional intelligence, it means that you need to understand these people that you're working with, and then you know how to work with them. So at the end of the day, it still boils down to you in how you're able to manage these people and their emotions. So for you to master emotional intelligence, there are specific things you need to be aware of. The first thing you need in mastering emotional intelligence is self-awareness. You need to know you, understand your temperament. I am melancholic. I am phlegmatic. I am choleric. I am sanguine. This is my dominant temperament. And the people you're working with. Because when you understand yourself, you know your work pattern. You know that you're this person who loves to talk a lot. And you understand that there are people who do not appreciate so much talk. There are times when you're talking to somebody and the person is busy doing other things, and the person is communicating that you're not needed here. Please go away. I'm not interested in your talk. So at that point, you're going to emote. You might feel like this person looks at me in a certain way. Every time I try to talk to her, every time I'm trying to say something really interesting, this person is condescending and I do not appreciate it. This person feels like I'm a talkative. This person feels like I don't even know how to communicate. This person does not appreciate me, and it's hurting you. But does this person not appreciate you? The person could appreciate you, but you don't understand this person's emotion. That is the reason you're feeling as terrible as you feel. You consider the person condescending, but then that person might not even think it that way. The person might just feel, oh, this is not the right time for me to be having this conversation, or at the moment I am not interested in having this conversation. You know, one thing you're supposed to do, or one thing you can do at that time, is ask, hey, you're busy with work. I can see you're not in the right frame of mind for us to have this conversation, and I wouldn't want to disturb you. I have this gist for you, but then I can come back next time. Now, at this point, you understand this person's mood, but most importantly, you understand that you don't want to get offended. You don't want to be annoyed. So when you're self-aware, you know what can trigger you. You know, anger is a secondary emotion. The same way as happiness is a secondary emotion. You're actually reacting to something. It could be good, it could be something unpleasant. But then when you know that This is what is going to make me feel this way as a person. When someone does this or does that, I do not appreciate it and it makes me feel sad or it makes me feel angry. You know when to draw the line. When it's coming, you just stop it there and leave. You know when not to speak, because when you're self-aware, you know what you would say at some point or what not to say. It's about you, your cautiousness. You know this works and this doesn't work. So what works for you? What triggers you? What makes you excited? What makes you sad? Understanding yourself is very important, because when you know yourself, it will help you know how to deal with other people. It will help you relate well with other people. It will help you to communicate with other people. So at this point, we're going into the marketplace to discuss with people in the market to know how they manage themselves, manage people, and then manage their customers too. Because in the market, you get to see people of different kinds. And how do you manage them and yourself as it concerns your business? Come with me.
This is Marketplace Synergy, a segment of Business Morning where we interact with market people to learn about their businesses, their challenges, and their success stories.
How is business going?
Oh, we bless God.
How long have you been in this business?
Probably like 7 6 7 years.
That is,
Yes, anyway, it's a new business.
well, 7 years is a long time. That is amazing. Some of your customers, um, knowing that people are different, people are not the same. How do you cope with their temperament?
Actually, when you want to run a business, you have to be as calm as possible. You understand? Because even people that were born under the same roof have different character, temperaments. You understand? So I try as much as possible to come to customers level, but despite that fact, there are some customers that you just look at this. What's this? Is like this one is losing a knot. You understand? We find customers like that, irrespective of your level of calmness. You still find some of them coming to do business with you. So at least we have been managing them. You understand? But some try as much as possible to go to the extreme. They push you to the wall. And at a point, you won't be able to control yourself. You have to react. You understand? But at least when we put 100% down, such people, maybe you can see 1 or 2% out of 10% when you rate it to your level of calmness. You understand? So that's just it. And another thing is that the situation of the country now, it makes people go nuts, especially when you tell them price. Madam, how much are you doing this? And you say, wow, what happened? I will just look at, are we not in this country together? You understand? Everybody knows things are expensive, and then it will also come to whatever you are doing. The expenses come to whatever you are doing. After all, the business owner are not going to run into debt because you want to run business at the old price or at a rate that will please the customers. So we have been managing them anyway.
That's amazing. Now, how do you cope with customers who will come to the shop, price everything? At the end of the day, they will just buy one.
Well, maybe my own orientation is different because my mom sells clothes at Oshodi. So I follow her to the shop for several years. So I understand how customer behaves. Some will even comprise everything. You lose all the market. At the end of the day, they are not buying anything. So I get used to it. So when you price this, you price that, you price. At the end of the day, you are not even buying anything. Madam, ṣé ẹ ti bínú báyìí? No, I say I'm not angry. You are not buying today. You will buy next time. So even if it is one, The former place I was running my business, I was using gen throughout. If a customer comes and want to do 20 naira photocopy, because of that I will on my gen. Ah, madam, why are you on gen? Because of just one copy. I said, okay, you are doing one today, who knows, tomorrow maybe you are doing 1,000, or you are going to give me 10,000 copies to run for you, or you're going to bring a bigger business for me. You understand? So I don't really count you not buying a business at a particular time as a big deal. You understand? Some people might have it in mind that I want to go and do window shopping. Though you open your business that you want to make sales, but you still find people like that. It's not everybody that comes in that will buy. So you don't need to be angry about that. Once you understand that business is that way, that's just it.
That's amazing. Ma, were there times that you sold something, or you photocopied maybe a document or something for some things for some persons, and after taking it away, they brought it back and said they are not okay with it?
It happens. I think maybe the mistake is not usually from my hand. It's usually from the customer, and especially somebody that they sent. It's not the real person that owns the documents. Maybe they send, oh yeah, go and do this thing for me. At the end of the day, the person mix it up, and maybe we did extra or we didn't do up to something like that. When they came back, okay, what do you want me to do? If it is printing and something was omitted, I'll look at it. If it is a document that I printed, I will look at it. How can I fix that thing without wasting my paper? So if it's something I can fix, if the space is there, I'll fix it. If the space is not there, I'll tell them, okay, this if it is a job that is many, let's share the loss. You pay this, let me bear this. I've run a paper. So I try to be as much as fair to them. You understand? So that they will come back. Paper is not something I put on my plate and start eating. So I have to be calm, to be fair enough to my customers so that they will keep coming. If not, there are other places if you want your business to run, it depends on the way you treat your customers. When you treat them bad, or you are not nice to them, you are not fair to them, they won't come back. They will label you. Don't go to that woman, she's too harsh. Don't go there, she doesn't have manners. They will start bringing the words for your attitude.
Now, for a customer, like you said, you will share the loss, the two of you. Now, for a customer who comes like that but is not ready at all to share the loss and is very aggressive, how do you deal with that?
Such customers, like, such instance happened. There was a company, they wanted to uh, make an ID card for each of the employee. Then they have distributors. They want to do ID card for them too. So the person they sent to me mistakenly gave me the interface for the distributor for the employers. He switch it, and I didn't know. You understand? The person that designed it was not the one that brought it. So at the end of the day, when I fixed the name, the signature, and their passport, I printed it. It was like around maybe 15 or 18 pieces. You understand? And when they want to come and get it, they saw it. They say, this interface is for the distributor, it's not for the staffs. I said, oh, me, I didn't know. That's the one the person showed me. He said, it's two that was there. By the time we opened the folder, truly it was two that was there. But I didn't know. He didn't tell me it's two. I didn't bother check. It just said open this. I opened it. And that's all. And I printed. So he said, how are we going to do it now? I said, okay. We are going to share it. We share it. But sometimes, as you have mentioned, there are some customers that doesn't want to bear loss with you. They want to put all the blames on you, and they want to create a scene. Such customer, if the money is not much, just give it to them. Let the person go. Let his or her conscience start judging as it's going that, I've done something bad. So at a point, When you calm yourself down and a customer creates scene, show a lot of manners that are not okay, you know, when they left that scene, within them, their conscience will be judging them. Ah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have do it this way. Next time, it won't be funny to you. You will see that customer, you will show face again. You will now look at, what are you looking for? You again? So at least if it is something you can let go, just let go, so that they won't label your other people that will you will talk to will not be opportune to come and ask you what happened. You understand? And you know, all these bad news, they fly. They move faster than good news. So just let go and say, okay, what if I'm going on the way and I lose such amount of money? Will I kill myself? Let it be. I've seen some customer that say, madam, this thing, I want it ready now. I want to go and pick things there. That what money? They didn't come back and the job is done. You understand? So what about that? Who am I to fight? You understand? You just let go if you have customers like that. That's it.
Okay, but for someone who wants to start this kind of business, what advice do you have to give to such a person?
Starting business these days require patience. The first thing that you needed is capital. Once you have the capital, you have everything, and you have the mind to run that business. You have passion for that, because every business is frustrating now. You understand? There is no business that is not frustrating. Even if it is buying and selling, you discover that when you go to market today, tomorrow, by the time you get there, you use your profits and the gain, and you even had extra money to buy the same thing you have sold. You understand? So it's frustrating. If if anyone want to embark on a business, the person should be calm, be careful, be watchful, be prayerful. That's it. Because everything is God. In the first place, I'm not into all this. Is the nature of my job and the places that I've worked that are pushing me into this kind of a business. You understand? So eventually, I discovered that it's like there is something that is hidden in me that I need to bring out. So I started the business. When I started, I discover a lot of things. One day I now sat, I said, if I know that this business is so tough like this, it's so challenging, I wouldn't have ventured into it. Such things happen in business. You need a strong faith. You need passion. When you have passion for it, for what you are doing, you keep going no matter how tough it is. So passion is number one. Then the rest come after that, which is God and every other thing. So that's it.
That's so amazing. Ma, if someone wants to locate this place, how can they locate this particular place?
This particular office is located at along Akonwojo Road, Egbeda, precisely at Sele bus stop. This is Gracious Plaza. At Suite 12. Affluent Computers and Prints. We do all printing work, paperwork, programs, complimentary card, ID card. We brown the envelopes, do all paperwork and all office work. We also train.
Right.
Training. That's what I want. I told my husband when I was working for people, I said I need more experience so that I will be able to impart whatever I've learned on people. I liked to instruct. You understand? So, but at the end of the day, you know, experience, when you have a lot of experiences, this one is good. Let me pick it. This one is good. It will bring money. At least we are working to earn money and to be satisfied in whatever you are doing. I don't know, maybe other people feels that way anyway. I have passion for what I'm doing and I feel fulfilled when I am doing it. One of my boss normally say, leave it to her. She can do everything. Don't just disturb her. She will do everything. I will start laughing. Am I God? It's just passion. When you have passion for it. So that's just it.
And that will be all on Marketplace Synergy today.
You cannot separate emotions from people, but you can manage people and their emotions. You need emotional intelligence for your business, for your personal life. And I believe that as you apply these tips, you'll be able to manage yourself and the people you're relating with within the corporate space and in the business world. And this brings us to the end of this show for today. For more interesting episodes, follow us across all our social media platforms. And yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, I am Onyinye Eslofo, and until I see you again, keep watching Business Morning on Union Television.